Right now, we are joined by Ben and Duncan from The Buried Life on MTV. Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good morning, Mr. J. Thanks for having us.
No problem. I'm very excited about your guys' show because it seems super cool. And I was just talking to my producer about it, and it's something that his friends would come up with. Like, this idea, I think, isn't super revolutionary. What's revolutionary is the fact that you guys did it. Like, I think a lot of people have thought, what are we going to do before we die? Let's make a list, and then nobody does anything with it. Like, you guys are like dream chasers.
Yeah, well, I think you nailed it, man. It's like everybody has thought about this and thought about the things that they want to do. And for us, we started this thing 4 years ago with an uncle's RV and a camera we bought on eBay, and we worked hard so we could take 2 weeks off one summer just to go after the things. And people started helping us. They'd see our website or they'd come up to the RV and say they could help us with things on our list. And so that's when we, thought we would help other people because it just seemed like the natural thing to do. And number 53 on our list is make a TV show. So after a couple years and it started to grow and build on a grassroots level, we started going after, the show.
That's awesome. What are some of the, so people know, it's not all like huge life-changing things. Some of these are just easy things that you're just like, oh yeah, I want to do that. Like, what are some of the things on your guys' list so people get an idea?
It's anything from get a college degree to grow a mustache. But some of this season we go after some bigger things. Anything from deliver a baby to tell a joke on late night to play ball with Obama,
attend a Playboy party, make a toast at a stranger's wedding. For this season, we chose the most ambitious things we could think of because we don't have help with any of these things. Like MTV just lets us do our thing. We have the same crew that we've been using for 3 years, and we edited the episodes. And so it's just like how do four regular guys pull these things off?
That's cool. I mean, and I can see how you picked the more ambitious ones also because it probably wouldn't be a very interesting show if we're like, this episode, Ben grows a mustache.
Trying to grow a mustache.
A full episode of Grow a Mustache.
You'd be surprised. It's pretty interesting.
Exactly, yeah, who knows? And then what's also cool is, like, I've kind of described this show, and I know there's a completely different premise, but the vibe of it seems kind of like Extreme Makeover Home Edition, like with an MTV touch, like that same feeling where you're like, oh, this person seems super cool, and oh, they want to do this, but they can't accomplish it, and like, wow, with help, and everybody coming together, they can get it done. Like it seems like cool to watch you guys do your thing, but also like there's this real cool kind of community vibe about it where you guys help other people accomplish their goals.
Totally, yeah. You totally nailed it, man. That's exactly how it happens. We just ask strangers on the street, what do you want to do before you die? And every once in a while, an answer strikes us, and we go out into the community and figure out how we can make this happen. For instance, we met a girl that wanted her mom died in Hurricane Katrina and was buried in Denver, and she never got to say goodbye to her, or she hasn't seen her grave. And so we went to a local rib shop, and the owner brought us in, and we worked for a day, and he ended up pitching in for the entire flight to get this girl to see her mom's grave for the first time.
That's cool. And what's cool about it is, like you said, you're not, any normal TV show, that would be easy. You talk to the producer and they'd order you a plane ticket and send you down there. But you guys are kind of showing people that it's like, we're not, we don't have a big crew that's making all this happen. Like, this is just stuff, anybody can really do this kind of stuff if they really put their mind to it.
Yeah, exactly, man. And for us, we wanted to prove to ourselves that these things were possible. And so...
And also, like, we were really careful because we got offered to do a show a couple years ago, but we wouldn't have been in control of what we're doing. But when MTV came to us, they said, you guys can do what you do. And so, like, this is real. We wanted people to see this is transparent. Everything we do is on camera. And so, that way people can relate to it and see themselves in part of it and know that they, like, if these guys can do it, anybody can do it. Because, like, we're just like everyone else.
It's very cool. The show's The Buried Life. It premieres next Monday at 8 on MTV. What are some of the hardest goals that you guys, what are some of the ones you've really ran into a lot of problems accomplishing, or some that are still on the list that look a little more difficult than others?
Tell a joke on late night television was
that's a hard one.
Yeah, it was really hard.
We didn't think it was going to be that hard, but we traveled from the East Coast to the West Coast.
We went through the gambit of late night hosts. And, we had to get very creative in how we pulled it off.
I got arrested.
Yeah.
But, all of them, we tried to play basketball with the president. That's not an easy thing to do.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, that seems, I'm sure everybody probably wants to play a game of b-ball with the president, but, probably difficult to get some time.
And, what else do we go after? Attend a Party at the Playboy Mansion is the first episode. That episode wasn't wasn't actually going to be allowed to air because once Playboy heard what we had done, they said you guys can't air it, and we actually had to write a handwritten letter to Hefner, and he's the one that greenlit it. So we're excited because that's the one that airs January 18th.
Yeah, that was the episode that was never going to be aired.
And what was Playboy's beef with it? The fact that you snuck into a party or got into a party, or that you were using their name, or what was their problem?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I think just the fact because like we didn't buy tickets, so we were able to be creative on how we pulled it off, and so we had to ask permission from the big man to make sure that we could air it.
Very cool, man. Very inspiring, I think, the whole show and the whole idea of it. And I'm a huge fan of making lists and setting goals and getting things done and accomplishing stuff. And it's like, I think you guys are really going to, instill that in people's minds. That, like, you can do this stuff. It really can be beneficial. And it's like, really, make your life worth something. Give yourself some memories. And I think what you guys are doing is awesome. The show is The Buried Life. Ben and Duncan, thanks so much for joining us. And I wish you the best. Are you guys going to just keep doing this?
Yeah, I think so, man.
There's no end in sight?
Not really. Because, there's always things that, you want to do. Your list changes, and so we're just going to keep going. And hopefully, we'll be able to do it and broadcast it, for a little while on MTV. Mm-hmm. But for now, the season premiere is January 18th at 10 p.m.
There you go. It airs 8 o'clock here in Billings. The Buried Life on MTV. Ben and Duncan, you guys have been great, and best of luck in the future.
Cool. Thanks so much for having us on.
BJ.
See you guys. Bye-bye. Oh, man. Chubbs, it is your friends.
The Big J Show. Weekday mornings from 6 till 10 on Billings' #1 hit music station, Hot 101.9.